In the two films presented today, revenge serves as a constant plot driver, as well as a muse for cinematographic techniques, and both films, although affiliated with Tarantino, have nuances that express the motif of revenge in different ways. Kill Bill Volume 1 was a film released in 2003, produced by eccentric film producer Quentin Tarantino. Some background on Tarantino. Tarantino dropped out at high school at the age of 15 or 16 and subsequently worked at a video store where he gained an immense amount of knowledge regarding film. Tarantino's films are known for and characterized by non-linear storylines, satirical subject matter, and adaptation of violence, references to pop culture. Their soundtracks and features are unique to neo-noir films. Kill Bill is a film subject to controversy, but at the same time, a unique film that has been revered by film aficionados worldwide. Hero is a film directed by Zhang Yimou, released in 2002. Hero is known for its non-linear plot, moving plot, and beautiful cinematography. The basis of the film is of a nameless man played by Jet Li who is driven by revenge and crafts an elaborate ploy to kill the Qin Emperor. However, what differentiates this film from other films is its superb use of cinematography and themes to move the plot along. Now we will talk about the choreography of both Kill Bill and Hero. The choreography for Hero is drastically different from one seen in Kill Bill. The traditional Chinese martial arts style can be seen in the movements of Donnie Yen and Jet Li, and there is almost no use of blood in this portion of the film. Some fighting sequences are very flowy, beautiful, and dance-like, and other fighting sequences are very aggressive. This fighting scene is a mix of both. There is airborne flying, flashy movements, flips, and kicks to depict the complexity of martial arts. Peking opera is used to articulate the sound of the fighting. Please listen and see what you think. As one can see, the audio enhances the idea of flowing, melodic movements by the actors and contrasts it with the clanks and chinks of the weapons. The choreography is enhanced by the white, snowy Zen garden, where footsteps and every motion can be felt in the high contrast of the snow and the darkness. Kill Bill's choreography is characterized by a ton of blood, visually striking shots, dismembered limbs, and a lot of cutting. However, this final scene serves as a change of pace, with a slow battle that is simpler in terms of choreography. This choreography exploits the samurai sword style of fighting, whereas previous scenes used fighting en masse, showing crude, simple, but fast cuts of actions against cronies that were easily cut down by the bride's sword. The motif of revenge. Revenge is central for both films. However, the mode in which the two directors chose to express the theme of revenge were extremely different. They both, interestingly, chose to tell their tale in a non-linear progression, which adds to the mystery of revenge and the idea to hide their motives. Both directors used different nuances in each flashback to elicit a response. Quentin Tarantino uses the blunt method of spilling a lot of blood in order to convey the point. In the anime, the idea of revenge is expressed as being born in blood and ending in blood when O Ishiren kills the Yakuza boss in a violent fashion. Teo says that violence and revenge form an unbreakable thread in the historic fabric of Xia literature, adjusting and adapting to historical circumstances as well as the varying forms of artists, apparatus, and conceptual frameworks. A fan once said that, as much as I think as these two films are perfect and should be untouched, I cannot stop thinking or wanting a sequel where Vernita Green's daughter, Nikki, grows up and goes after the bride in a complete circle of revenge that the themes the movies are going for. Board Gamer, Reddit. The idea of revenge in this film is different from the bride's in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill. The bride set upon revenge for selfish reasons to satisfy her own desire of revenge, as opposed to Nameless's bold attempt to free the dynasty from the tyrannical grip of the Empire. In Hero, there is a sense of chaos, arguably created by the king's initial actions, and then subsequently the hatred and revenge engendered in Nameless's and Flying Snows in particular. Hero is not a pure or traditional wuxia pian. There are other elements that are important to the motive of revenge. The case for global film fans say that the romance between Broken Sword and Flying Snow is essential to understanding the narrative. The questioning of love of one and another, the tests of love, the anger and jealousy at suspected betrayal are all elements of revenge. These elements don't invalidate the film approach as wuxia. Instead, they make it richer and more complex because they are essential in the reading of any narrative.
Cinematography plays a big part in both movies. Hero and Kill Bill use some similar cinematic techniques, but overall they are very different stylistically. For example, both directors use bird's eye angles and panoramic traveling. These techniques give the audience a sense of the setting surroundings. There are also many close-up shots of faces in both movies. Facial expressions add intensity and display emotions without the need for words. The flashy movements in the choreography are accentuated by the use of slow motion. In this scene at the House of New Leaves, the camera movement is continuous as it follows the bride, and no cuts are used. Tarantino is especially adept at creating these smooth, long tracking shots. The use of color was a central cinematic technique used in Hero. Color in the movie not only serves as symbolism, but also ties different segments of the story together. Each change in color signifies a change in perspective to the audience. Director Zhang Yimou also uses many beautiful natural landscapes and scenic backgrounds in the film. Many of these shots are spectacularly composed presentations. They not only show off China's natural landscapes, but also enhance the feeling of a dreamlike Jianghu. In Kill Bill, Tarantino uses many close-up shots of eyes and facial expressions. In many of these scenes, the characters are communicating not through dialogue, but through their eyes and expression.